Feminism sold us the biggest scam of our generation. They told us we were empowered. But what did we actually get? Burnout, debt, stress, a double life where we work like men and still carry the entire home on our backs.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, but I ain't Mr. Rogers. It's your boy, Mike Watts, and I'm here to give it to you raw and direct every time, all the time. Today, I want to talk about feminism and how it lied to women. Some of y'all probably saying, hey, well, how did feminism lie to women? Because it's working. Women got everything they want. We got everything that we've been looking for and fighting for. Well, yes, that's kind of true. Now, all of y'all that watch my material know that I like to back everything I say up with stats. I always like to give the statistics. That way, y'all know I'm not just pulling stuff out of the air. I'm not trying to give everybody my perspective on things. I'm just basically delivering a message. Now, from 1988 to today, women on antidepressants rose 430%. That's crazy. Now, ask yourself, if women are in today's society so liberated and empowered, why are so many women depressed? Think about it. Think about it. Ask yourself that. So, all right, if women are liberated, empowered, and fighting against men, why are y'all depressed? Let that sink in for a minute. And my theory is feminism is forcing women to act and be in ways that biologically they're not designed to be. Feminism is teaching women, oh, okay, be like a man. You're not a man. Fight against men. You're supposed to compliment men, not fight against them. So this is where the problem coming in at, because it's kind of like if you keep trying to force your kid to sing like Whitney Houston, or you're trying to force them to play the piano like Liberace, they have no interest in the piano. They have no skills, no talent to play the piano, but you're trying to force them to play the piano, and they just can't do it. They have no interest in doing it, and they can't do it. So guess what? That kid is going to be depressed. So it's kind of like almost the same thing. You're trying to force women to do things and be in ways that they're not biologically designed to be, which is causing depression. But I'm just a guy. Y'all don't want to listen to me. How about y'all listen to a couple of these women that got something to say? Check it out.
And I'm probably going to get eaten alive for saying this. I feel like a lot of women have forgotten their place. And we live in this inverted world, and I feel we got stuck in this whole feminism thing. Feminism is a scam. And now it's like trying to undo. It is feminism. I don't care what anybody says. Yes, we are equal in value, but we are not equal in traits. We are different. Men and women are different.
I agree with that.
And I'm so sick and tired of why are we fighting to be something that we're not? I am not a man. I will never be a man. And for those of you that make that decision, I love that for you. Period. But there are certain things that are just, y'all are stronger than we are. We are more detail oriented than you are. There are certain traits that we naturally got from God based on the gender that we are. And it's all based on survival. It's all based on human nature. And so I feel like a lot of women, not all women, but most women have forgotten their place.
The biggest shit test we have in society is feminism. They will realize that this is a shit test. They think they want a man who's not going to tell her what to do, doesn't expect her to cook and clean, doesn't expect her to have children, doesn't have, have any boundaries, loves her way more than she loves him. They don't realize that the moment the man says yes to all of these things, she actually loses love and respect for him. She will get incredibly frustrated with him, particularly when she has children, because in her process of being this feminist and selecting a man that lets her make all the decisions, when she starts a family with him, and when she has kids with him, she's frustrated that he lets her make all the decisions. She's frustrated that he's not a leader. Feministic values make them by design only compatible with weak men.
If you are a masculine woman, that's fine, but stop acting like you're feminine. If you want to be a boss, babe, I don't need no man. You go do you, boo, but stop teaching that that's the answer, because I'm sick and tired of this divide of the family. I'm sick and tired of now good men, like, and I'm listening to like stories, right? Good men are getting lazy in dating. They're getting lazy in the pursuit because women are making either everything too easy or they're too hands off. So now what's the point in even trying to date a woman when you're the man that you want me to be?
Something that women say to me all the time. Why don't you make your husband a sandwich? Okay. Is he hungry? Does he want a sandwich? Like, did he say something? I make my husband food the last 4 nights. I made my husband dinner. Like, I don't understand this weird like, they're trying to shame women for taking care of their families. Like, that is another element of feminism that I cannot stand. It's an attack on family and these things that work. It works. But men are biologically unable to have children. So the aspiration to climb a ladder forever, to wake up every single day and not have to worry about being pregnant for 9 months. I mean, that makes sense. We're different creatures, you know?
I think that's like a troll though. No, it's like all you're good for is like, yo, make me something to eat.
No, that whole concept came from rabid feminists. Like there was something wrong with being in the kitchen, right?
Okay.
And this was sort of this push of women get out of the home and go to work, which has made so many women miserable. So many women miserable. And most of them, when it's too late, because they feel this pressure now of like, oh, well, if I don't aspire to anything other than like family, then I'm going to somehow be a failure. And so they take on these jobs that a lot of them take on jobs that, you know, they know is not going to result in some budding career. Like it's usually in fashion or textiles or something like that. When in reality, women want to be married, happily married. It's an admirable goal.
Yeah. The sandwich sounds pretty good though.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, if my husband ever wanted a sandwich, I'd make it for him.
Feminism sold us the biggest scam of our generation. They told us we were empowered, but what did we actually get? Burnout, debt, stress, a double life where we work like men and still carry the entire home on our backs. And here's the truth nobody's talking about. Feminism didn't set women free. It trapped us in a masculine system that we were never designed for. They told us to compete with men, to lead like men, to talk, think, act like men, and now we're exhausted, we're disconnected, resentful, and wondering why nothing feels right. We don't need more feminism. We need to reclaim the femininity that was stolen from us, because that's where a woman's real power has always been. In softness, in harmony, emotional intelligence, intuition, influence, not in becoming a copy of the men we were created to complement.
22 is the cutoff. We shouldn't be 25, 26, 27 being a feminist. That's silly. Come on. That is for children. You know what I mean? Imagine crying to the government. It makes no sense. If you identify as a feminist, that is like a signal to society that you are a confused woman. You have no idea what's going on in the world. You have no idea how we got here. All the faults of feminism you blame on capitalism, but then you're fighting for the right to be a part of capitalism. Like, it's just really crazy. Once you're 22, if you haven't started to figure out that, hey, gender roles actually are good for society and I gotta get married, some of y'all like to wait till the last minute till you're 30 or something to try to change your mind. It's not happening. You gotta, the activism, the liberalism, the feminism, 18 to 22. We shouldn't be seeing 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds at the protests. You know what I mean? Like, okay, like feminism is a young woman's sport. Let them have that. Let them have their fun, kiki. Once you turn 22, 23, it's time to find you a man and lock it up, okay? Because, like, what do you mean? What do you mean? You're gonna be 40 protesting for women's rights? That's what you're gonna do? Right.
High value, high earning, masculine men are not going to choose a masculine woman because they don't have to. And any woman that you hear saying, we only masculine because she's single, I guarantee you. Yeah. 99 times out of 100. There are exceptions to the rule, but I guarantee you that woman is single. And I guarantee you most of the people she talks to are also single. And most of the people that rally behind her are single. Ladies, I am trying to tell you, for the sake of your own peace, love, and joy, when it comes to attracting a high value, high earning masculine man, if you are saying, well, I gotta be this way because that's the way life made me, in life, that's okay. But in relationship, you can't be that way. That man will not choose you. And then people will say, they say that we're not going to be chosen. No, you will get chosen by a feminine man, because masculinity and femininity, when it comes to romance, opposites attract. They're not talking about personality traits. They're talking about energies and essences. That is the yin and the yang, masculinity and femininity. And until you understand that, you're going to attract what you're going to attract. Don't get mad at that man that don't have no leadership. You do. Don't get mad at that man that don't make no money. You do. You won't even don't get mad at that man that doesn't have a vision for your life. You do. You lead the trenches. Yeah. Let that man follow you, because you are the man that that you say that you want. They attract feminine men.
That's what I mean.
And this is the thing. Yeah. It's not a bad thing to be a masculine woman. That's the problem. We keep weaponizing the word masculinity. Like being masculine is a bad thing. It's not. If that's what you like, if you can't surrender control, please believe there's a man that wants to be controlled.
Yeah.
There's something for everybody.
I just had to share how much this book has helped my relationship. It's amazing how it gave me a fresh perspective on trust and highlighted the importance of power dynamics. I realized a lot of our issues were actually some of my fault. So if you're in a relationship, thinking about getting into one, or having problems, you need to read this book. It challenges a lot of what therapists say, and honestly, I wish I would have found it sooner. My therapist would love it as it reiterates a lot of what she has said. It's been the best money I've ever spent on my relationship, and I'm telling all my friends. So whether you're married, engaged, or dating, this book is a must read. Relationships are simpler than we make them out to be, so hit the buy button to pick up your copy today.
What more can I say? Come on. You know what I'm saying? Now, what y'all got to remember is early feminism started in the mid to late 1800s with women wanting property rights. That's how it started. Mid to late 1800s, women wanted property rights. They got it. Then around 1920, they got voting rights. They fought for voting rights. Okay. They got the right to vote. Okay. So then it comes the 60s, and then women started to fight for equal rights as citizens, equal pay on jobs and everything like that. Okay, then you dip into the 70s, 80s with the sexual revolution, birth control, blah, 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 da, 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 which caused women to be more risque than ever. All right, they got all that. Y'all got all that. So now what happened? You started getting these radical feminists that started changing the cause and making it what it is today. Here goes some of them right now. I want to see a man beaten to a bloody pulp with a high heel shoved in his mouth, like an apple in the mouth of a pig. Andrea Dworkin. What's up, Drea? How'd that work out for you? The end goal of the feminist revolution must be the abolition of the nuclear family. Shula Smith Firestone. The nuclear family must be destroyed. Whatever its ultimate meaning, the breakup of families now is an objectively revolutionary process. Linda Gordon. If life is to survive this planet, there must be a decontamination of the earth. I think this will be accompanied by an evolutionary process that will result in a drastic reduction of the population of males. Mary Daly. I feel that man-hating is an honorable and viable political act. Robin Morgan. So you see what I'm saying? So because of women like that, feminism changed and evolved into what it is today. So you need to ask yourself, if you say, oh, I'm a feminist, are you the type of feminist that is fighting for a pause like back in the day? Or are you just a feminist that is a man-hater that's taking on a doctrine of those women I just mentioned? Because when you really think about it, okay, what are women fighting for today? What are y'all fighting for today? Y'all got everything. Everything y'all want pretty much. Because now you got women reffing basketball games. You got women pretty much doing, y'all could do anything y'all want. Y'all got women hosting sports shows. A lot of times if you watch a sports show, okay, she's just kind of like sitting there. I'm not hating, but it's kind of like, all right, well, it's just a pretty face just sitting there. Like, all right, I mean, you know, a lot of times. But sometimes, you know, some of the women have good takes. But so because of women like that, you have a lot of women who are now today hate men, having kids late, women that don't care about family as much as they care about their career. And where the lies coming in that is because feminism is not telling women that, yo, after 30, 35, you shouldn't even really be having kids, because then it becomes a geriatric pregnancy where now if you have a kid 35 and after, you run a high risk of having a Down syndrome child or a mentally challenged child. Feminism don't tell you that. All they say is just chase your career and do all that other shit later. Okay. So then what? They also don't tell women that women get most of their satisfaction from raising a family, not being a boss bitch. They don't get their satisfaction from that. They tell you will, but you don't. That's what men get satisfaction from. And that's because then the more they become a boss, the more they can take care of their family. Protect, provide. You know what I mean? Women are not designed to protect and provide. They not. Y'all not. That's why y'all all depressed. That's why depression rose so much since 1988. Y'all have empowerment. Y'all have liberation. Y'all have all these things, but y'all are 430 times more depressed. Women growing old, alone, with cats and dogs, hating men, thinking they men, challenging men, when you're fighting a losing battle. And then y'all feminists that's raising kids, all right, so now you raising your kids, what cause are you even fighting for? Think about it. So now you're raising your kids, your daughters can't keep a man, and your sons, women don't really want because they too pussy. So in turn, some of these women are winning that I told you before because now it's destroying the nuclear family. It's destroying the nuclear family. So that leaves us with birth rates dropping dramatically. Shit is crazy. You know what I mean? And then you got them women that say, oh, women don't need a man for nothing. Women don't women don't need a man for nothing. It's like, all right, really? What can y'all do that a man can't do? Oh, we can have kids. All right, tell me the last time a woman had a kid without a man. Y'all can have kids, but y'all can't have kids without a man. So try again. And then I got something else for y'all women that say we don't need a man for nothing. Check these stats out. Did you know 96% of construction workers are men? 95% of electricians are men. 98% of plumbers are men. 94% of HVAC workers are men. 96% of welders are men. 91% of truck drivers are men. And the other 9%, you kind of know what they are. 95% of oil rig workers are men. 90% of machine operators are men. 91% of mechanical engineers are men. 96% of firefighters are men. 90% of military personnel are men. 85% of police officers are men. 90% of pilots are men. 94% of train operators are men. And 92% of forklift drivers are men. Almost every job that has any type of risk is dominated by men. Those statistics are recent. So women can no longer say, oh, yeah, we didn't have the rights. We couldn't do this. We couldn't do that. Blah, 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 blah. It's none of that going on now. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. It is what it is. Just ask yourself today, what are feminists even fighting for? What are feminists fighting for? So the bottom line is, y'all need to really go make me a sandwich. You know what I'm saying? How about that? All right. Anyway, on that note, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Oh, and pick up The 7 Keys to a Successful Relationship. It's my book about relationships. It'll be very helpful if you're in a relationship and don't want no problems, or if you're in a relationship and you're having problems, pick the book up. It'll help out a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? And on that note, we out. Peace.